All right, I guess I'll go ahead. Um, this is the Vane demo. I've been playing it for about a week and really enjoying it. I ended up taking some time off, um, following up on all the updates and waiting for a sale to hit again because I'm broke AF. But I've got some Steam sales going. The pennies are trickling in. I might be able to afford the full version soon. But I think I'm probably going to go for it. If you don't know, Vane is like a third-person project zombie. It's a simulation-based zombie game more than anything. And so I've just been messing around with the demo, which is like covers just one small part of the map that has been released thus far. It goes down like here. They just added Moon Lake over here, and I think from the original pitch that like this part of the map constituted like 14% of the total map that they wanted to put in. So it's a ways off, but so far everything they've got is really interesting. They've got some good people working on assets for sure. And it's just been really fun. And throughout that week, one thing I did find is that the zombies need another pass before they're threatening or difficult. They're just too janky right now. But it's a fun building game. I just wanted to give you a quick walkthrough of my base, quote unquote. Just kind of effing around. This is the bed and breakfast. What's it called? I forget what they call it. Bridge Hills Bar and Grill. It's a pretty popular place because of the layout of the building, and people find it pretty easy to put their own fences around. There's just so many cool things about the simulation here. Let's just set that to play. So you can load up your own MP4 files. In fact, I point it to this video, or drafts of this video I had earlier, have that play, as distracting as that would be. So yeah. Just gonna let some of this speak for itself, I think. Oh, I think water is turned off. All of the water mains failed, but I've rigged this one up, this whole property up to rainwater collectors. But it's definitely a good thing to fill your local sinks and tubs while the water is running. Light switch up here. Find that light switch. Let's see this. Oh well. So yeah, I put top tier doors. Definitely overkill. Near the end, I just started seeing what was capable with the console commands and upgraded everything to the top tier. Yeah, I definitely have a ways to go on learning how to decorate, but I had some fun. It was a rough period I was going through, and it was a very zen experience being able to decorate. And they're very permissive for allowing you to decorate things, move things around. Like the distance you can move things scales with your strength stat, so there's like some gaminess to it. And you can also, it's really fun that you can stack things on top of each other, including stacking things on top of vehicles. So I've got a couple of lorry trucks out there that I just load up inside and on top of. I'll even plaster things on the side of. Here's one of my fluid barrels. It's piped up to the rainwater connection. But yeah, I actually have to, part of the simulation, you actually have to bathe yourself and wash your clothes and you know, you've got to keep yourself sane. Right now I'm wearing too much, so it's let's take off. I think, as you can see, I've got the power. I've got the power turned on through solar and wind here. And I think that there's central air for this building, but I'm not sure where the controls are. But yeah, I could use the central air to try to stop this, but geez. Let's see, take off. Go in here, I've got a towel, try to use this to dry self. Not damp anymore. Yeah, I do like, one of my early setups is sleeping in a military cot in a tub like that. Let's see, yeah, I sort of set this up originally as, yeah, here's the utility cabinet. That's the thing you place down to designate your building zone. So, you know, in PvP, there is PvP in this game if you play multiplayer. So I just wanted to make sure that I had it somewhere where there were no exterior windows into the building, and I had even more. I kind of had fun building this extra partition here to give even more defense to it. Kind of rambling, but you know, whatever. The battery on my phone died, I think. Has that happened here? I can't use. I wasn't using a call shot before. That's weird. Okay. Just leave this on. Yeah, I've got a lot of artwork and love my plants. Some extra storage in here. Hey, buddy. I raided the high school and a few other places like medical areas, the fish and tackle store, garages, the hardware store, the local American Legion post, all to get stuff to bring back here. It's kind of a pain. I still haven't finished the job. You'll see the front room I've got in the restaurant. I've closed it off because I just don't know what to do until I can move the pool table in there. Because my stats cap out at 50 in the demo, and you need 70 strength to be able to move the pool table. Actually, that's even better. Yeah, so I put up my windmills in the corners. If you do one layer of fencing, the zombies can climb over it. So I had it just one layer with barbed wire on the top, but every once in a while you'll get a random horde that'll show up. Could be small, but could be massive. And with running, climbing zombies, I ended up stuck in the house for days until I could pick them all off through the slots. And I had to come out and clean up, just like Zomboid. You know, you got to clean up the corpses, or else it'll stink things up. So yeah, it was a big hassle. So that's when I was like, F it, we'll see what we can do if I can do a second layer. It was a huge investment of resources at the time, so I just turned on free building. Yeah. I've got my solar panels all hooked up to batteries. I had to put another battery over here so I'd be able to attach to the, just on the other side of there is like the municipal hookup that I originally had it hooked onto. Here's like my workshop area for now. It's like this tire rack and this battery rack. my wood storage, grinder, campsite. I've got forges, charcoal kilns, some more storage. Putting in the garage mine. I don't have nearly enough plants. Yeah. Originally, when I only had these at one layer, these were really cool. These made for really cool, like, vantage points, sniper points. But even those slider sounds you make in this game will cause the zombies to approach you. I've placed tool chests like these on the other side too. I think I've got 2 ATVs, just the one van, but there's my 2 lorries. I got a drivable RV over there. The RV's really cool. And a golf cart too. Here's my rain catcher. Had pumpkins going here earlier. You can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 whole plants going with this configuration here. Fertilizer boxes. One thing that I spent a week playing around with this, and I never figured out that you can use, what is it? Storage. It's these shelves. They actually, like, those boxes will snap into these shelves. So I just rue all the time that I spent trying to get these perfectly aligned. At this point, I kind of gave up and just did my level best. But yeah, I keep a canister on top of each of my like main fluid barrels to know what I've got there. This isn't nothing big. Y'all have probably seen the bar and grill set up before. Here's the front room, but I haven't really figured out what much to do with. Once I get the pool table in here and a few more decorations, it will be a positive change. But for now, I've just kind of got these from like the medical. I think I picked this up from the medical tents by the town hall, and then use these to partition it off. I think originally I had another cabinet here to cover the whole area, and with default settings you would need to, but I just went into the like sandbox settings as you start a new world, and I increased the radius on that just in this version. Because why not? And yeah, cleaned all this out. This is like my main builder space and junk storage. It's so easy to just put those. I like this building because it's got an ATM. Constantly finding credit cards. You can use the money for things. There are certain like vending machines that you can get free food early on before it spoils. I went out and stole all these like juice, coffee, and soft serve machines, kegs. And one other thing I like about this area is you've got your industrial cooking, range and stove and oven, and you got your deep fryers, and you got a dishwasher over here, fridge already built in, and this, so long as you've got the building powered, this actually is a working fridge. So everything, you can manually set your food items on the shelves in here and it'll stay fresh. Pasta maker doesn't do anything yet, but I keep it. The food warmers though, those, I should connect this later, but the food warmers are good for keeping, I got a lot of soups right now. They're keeping warm for me. I've got drinks over here. I had a system, I forget what it is. This is my money bag. Just 20 always makes me feel better. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's very basic, you know, not the best at decorating, but I had fun. But that wasn't the only thing I built here. I'd just like to show off the watchtower before I go. Oh yeah, I guess I'll show it from the outside. We really went overboard with the fencing, trying to keep the footprint that the bed and breakfast parking lot little area has to itself already. Most people I see just kind of maybe do it from there over. But it's nice to be able to have big drivable entrances and exits on either side, so we can like caravan through. But that wasn't the only thing I built. I call this the watchtower, and there's a few of these sort of billboards all over. And if there's a way, it's been a while since I played. I don't remember if there's like a blueprinting system, but if there's a way to set up a blueprint, just be able to slap it on here. This is a cool little post that I built up. It was a real pain in the butt to figure out turning off snapping and inching things and folding things over themselves. But, you know, I started with, I think what I started with was this wall. I had myself, made sure I was as level and flat here, and used the fly cam to put one parallel to my plane right here, and then built out that way, and then sort of built off the middle of it with snapping. Did my best to keep the shape here, but even though it goes out like this, you can't actually fall through. So I figured, you know, that works. And then I started putting windows around, but this doorway gives you so much better field of view. Like this one. Then you got your storage up here. Storage. We put these fortifications down, and I was able to put food, and that's where my bench is, my crafting, what do we call it? Utility cabinet, charcoal, and then I've got all my more storage. This could be, there are a few other things that I could trade out and fit in this area, but you know, I just like the way, it just felt right the way it fit. And it helped me, I ended up like having to box this in with walls, and then using that to put this platform down, and then platforms snapping over here, and then perpendicular out here, and then I was able to put the bed on top of that. So now when you come up here, you've got a bed to sleep on. So it's full service. Yeah, I love this little thing. I'm not sure how practical it would be in terms of like playing on a PvP server, but I think it's just adorable. Was going to use this for like decorations. Thought I could use it as like decorative plants, but planters don't really work like that, so I'll figure something else out for next iteration. But yeah, you even get a good, the game's got good LODs, so stuff that you build is visible from really far away. Even before the billboard it's built on. Ain't that something? Set it back clear and just do a flyover and then call it. Ooh. Very slippery flying. Getting this separated was really a pain. I ended up using the step ladder to get up there and jump it over. Ended up having to use some of these fence ledges just to give it a little space. Yeah, I might eventually move those solar panels up because I'm not the best driver in the world. I can been known to clip them. But yeah. I'm looking forward to buying the full version and starting over from scratch, doing even better. I've seen a lot of really great decorative videos out there that give me a lot of good ideas. I thought I was trying hard, but some of y'all are real gifted. See you around. Have fun. Adios.